Let's get the view from Egypt, shall we? Ahmed Atta is the Middle Eastern correspondent on the line for us right now, football expert. And Ahmed, thanks for your time on this.
Afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon, guys.
It's such an unfortunate story in many ways. Can you just lay out some of the complaints that Mohamed Salah has got and where we are with this story now?
I think you are now, when you read any tweets from Salah in Arabic, you start wondering if there is another problem or not. Okay, yes, there is another problem. The thing that there is a lot of things, mistakes that the FA did before the World Cup and during the World Cup. But the other thing that Mohammed's agent or Mohammed's lawyer Rami Abbas also is not is talking in a way that it's not going to help or it's not going to solve the problem. Although I'm saying that the problem is with the FA, is the mistake is with the FA infringement his image rights and all these things. But Salah also demands several other things, like when he was in his room in the World Cup. Lots of people were knocking on his room in like 5 a.m. to just take pictures and photographs and autographs and all these things. So yes, he asked the FA to hire some bodyguards to control these things. First, in the letter of Rami Abbas, he was like saying this for himself, just for himself. But in the video, he said not just for myself, for the whole team. I'm talking in behalf of other players who are afraid of talking maybe or don't want some problems with FA. But actually, the one who sent the letter is Rami Abbas, who is speaking clearly in the email, saying that he is speaking on behalf of Mohamed Salah. So is this something? These things that cause the problems, and also the problem is one of the things that cause the problem is the way Rami Abbas is talking. He's, in my point of view, I will not say that this is the truth, but he's taking it personally also in the email. You can talk personally when you talk to someone face to face. He's saying that you are not, you can't beat me in the email. Like for example, he's saying that we will never forget what you did before. He said also that any interview, any photo session or anything that you want from Mohamed Salah will come through me. That's fine. But when he said that, and every demand you are saying, consider it rejected.
So just to clear out, so this is Mohammed's. This is Mo Salah's lawyer. It looks like both sides are now are playing hardball. They're digging in. They're taking they're taking positions. It looks like no one wants to compromise. Are you surprised that it has got this far? Was there an opportunity early on to make this all go away?
Actually, there was an opportunity when the Minister of Sport involved in this and said this had to be stopped, and when everything Salah is demanding is going to be resolved, and he wants him to be happy and all these things. But unfortunately, this was right after before the World Cup. Then this minister quit or was substituted by another one after the World Cup. So maybe this was like a lack of bad luck, and also when because the FA is like what can I say? Maybe depending on the patriotism of Salah, maybe is depending more than what is appropriate. You know when he's saying that Salah won't make problems for the Egyptian national team during the World Cup or maybe before it. No, he was like pressuring Salah all the time with his image rights and all these things. But Salah has a lawyer, Salah has an agent who is responsible for his rights. Maybe when Salah will not talk, the lawyer will talk because it's his job and all these things. But the things that, like I told you, the first mistake was from the FA, but the lawyers also not trying to compromise, like I told you, not trying to negotiate. Maybe after the World Cup, I was thinking that he has to change his way in the beginning, maybe the FA will try to be cooperative with all these things, but looks like he started with a very harsh talking, like the examples I told you. So the FA maybe also said that okay, you do whatever you're doing as long as you are talking in this way. So,
I mean, it sounds like it's got to a really kind of bad situation with these two groups now. And I just wondered briefly, I don't want to run out of time on this, so I wanted to ask you, let's just say Mohamed Salah's had enough of this. And why wouldn't he have had enough of it?
Yeah.
It sounds like the Egyptian Football Association weren't ready for a superstar. That's what this sounds like. They weren't ready to have someone absolutely world famous and bankable, and now their deals they have commercially are kind of going out the window because they've got a big commercial star on their hands they don't seem to be able to handle. What happens if Mo Salah just says, you know what, I've had enough of this, I don't need to play for Egypt, I went to the World Cup, I've done my bit, and he steps away? Would there be punishment for him from the Egyptian FA, or even higher than that? Is that possible?
It will be no. There won't be any punishment from the FA, but some people will use it to harm Salah's image with the people. Salah left us. Salah has just demanding special requests for him, or else he will not play for Egypt. So it's a very hard situation for Salah.
Right.
And Salah also doesn't want to for these things to happen because he likes to play for the national team. He's honored. He always saying that, guys, I'm just saying in his video. So guys, I'm just saying all these things for the sake of the national team, who has to focus before the matches. Don't have someone to interrupt me in my room and all these things. And there was just another thing I remembered in the email, which was something strange and caused the anger of some people from Rami Abbas, and I would say some people were also angry with Salah, that the lawyer told the FA, otherwise you'll have to quit. Otherwise you won't make these demands. Or even before this, he would say, we are going to ask for your quit on August 27. You have to reply on August 27, and in the first days of September, we will call for your quit. This something is not. He doesn't have to. It's not one of his responsibilities to ask the FA to quit or all these things. So, like I told you. So, back to your question, I don't think this will go to this far. Salah wants to quit international, wants to retire from international playing, but things had to be sorted more smartly between the two sides for sure.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that is still very much on the table though, and an option that Mo Salah eventually might want to take. Listen, thanks for your time. It's such a convoluted and kind of sad story in a lot of ways.
Yeah, because they're in the middle. There's this man that everybody just wants to see play football.
That's the trouble when you get a top player.
Yeah.
Ahmed, thanks for your time, mate. We'll chat to you again.
Thank you, guys.
Chat to you